You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Tuesday, the 25th of November. This is meteorologist James Spann. It's Thanksgiving Eve, and the weather's starting to settle down across Alabama. Thankfully, we've had no tornado warnings this afternoon. I don't expect any. And tomorrow will be a different kind of day as cooler, drier air drops in here. But let's go right to the radar. And for those watching live on the social platforms, we are live at 3:45 this afternoon. And you can see a couple of bands of showers and storms in progress across the central counties of the state. Nothing severe. We have no warnings in effect anywhere at 3:45. The storms are gradually weakening as the wind dynamic support begins to fade. But having said that, we got a few stronger storms. We'll take a look at one that is coming out of Montgomery over southern Elmore County. And again, all of these things today, they've had the kidney bean shape from time to time. You've seen the inflow notch in the pendant, and they tried to rotate, but they just could not produce a tornado. And the wind profiles are just not favoring that. You can see there's absolutely nothing there concerning with the velocity display, and that's certainly not severe. And the same thing with that storm that's in southern Tallapoosa County. Again, you got the evidence of an inflow notch. And again, there's just nothing meaningful there. That's all noise. So the chance of any severe weather problems is fading fast. And this line right back here, this is it. Once this passes, that ends the chance of anything severe and really ends the chance of rain. So for Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, points north and west, it's all over. And again, these storms, you can see there through parts of central Alabama, southwest Alabama. We'll watch these carefully. We always do. And you know the deal when it comes to thunderstorms. What do? Expect the unexpected. But we expect no additional severe weather problems. And really this afternoon, we've not had hardly any. The biggest issue came this morning with a bow-shaped echo that was cutting across parts of North Alabama, knocking down trees and power lines. That was this morning about 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30. And there's a chance we could have had a little small, very, very brief spin-up tornado around Mount Olive, north of Birmingham, about 4:45 this morning. But other than that, it's been quiet today. That's southwest Alabama. And the better wind dynamics are moving far, far away from there. So we don't expect any severe weather problems there. If you're in Washington, Clark, Mobile, Baldwin counties, some rain, thunder, lightning, yes. Severe, no. Southeast Alabama, don't expect any severe problems for you. In fact, you just need some rain. And again, there's nothing. It's been a warm, dry day for places like Dothan, Enterprise, Abbeville, Geneva, Andalusia. And you'll ultimately see that little band of showers and storms tonight, but again, nothing severe. So the good news is I just don't expect any severe weather problems for the rest of this afternoon or this evening as the better dynamic support is pulling away from the state. Here's the upper air look, and the trough that's produced the active weather is in the process of dampening out. And that trough over the northern plain states, that becomes the dominant feature, and that's going to pull down that colder, drier air tonight and tomorrow. Visible satellite view, if you're north and west of Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, it's a sunny, cool, pleasant afternoon. Much of Mississippi, beautiful day. But you can see those pockets of convection across the state, and this is the radar composite. And again, all of this will be ending later tonight. Temperatures all over the board today. It is relatively cool in Huntsville and Cullman, Gadsden, Anniston, mid-60s. However, southeast Alabama with low 80s. Look at Dothan, 82, Troy, 81, Andalusia, 81. But that cool air will push southward tomorrow, and most of the state will see a freeze by either Thursday morning or Friday morning. So technically, we still have a tornado watch for a few counties, but again, that should be going away very soon. Now, for travelers up north, we should point out we have winter storm warnings in effect for parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, upper Michigan, the Dakotas. Wind advisories around the Great Lakes with a snowy, windy situation there. Again, the severe weather outlook, what you see here, we're just not concerned about it. The wind profiles have weakened and veered. The winds aloft are now out of the southwest. We have a unidirectional flow, which makes it just impossible for tornadoes to form. Tomorrow, no severe storms expected across the country. On the busiest travel day of the year. Maybe some thunder for the South Atlantic coast. And on Thanksgiving Day, day 3, most of the nation in very cool, if not cold, stable air. Maybe some thunder down around Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and Key West. So additional rain for the next 7 days. This is the new outlook here. Now, of course, we had some good rains today. Additional rain, and this is mainly for the event Sunday and possibly Tuesday of next week. For most of the state, rain amounts 1 to 2 inches. And that's rain we could use. So model fans, here we go. GFS, 12Z run. The European 12Z run, 4 o'clock tomorrow. Upper low that's over the Great Lakes. And a nice surge of cool, dry air coming in here. Highs in the 60s for most of the state, 50s for the Tennessee Valley. A good north breeze. So this is Thanksgiving Day. We are dry. We'll start the day around freezing. The high will be in the 40s for the Tennessee Valley, 50s elsewhere, which is below average for the end of November here. Black Friday, most of the state should be below freezing. Friday morning, even down into South Alabama. The day will be sunny, upper 40s for North Alabama, 50s for the southern counties of the state. Iron Bowl Saturday. We're looking dry, rain to the west. Little Rock, Shreveport, Dallas-Fort Worth, but for the Iron Bowl, it still looks cold and dry. These temperatures are projected at 6 p.m. Saturday, local time. The game begins at 6:30. The European model showing 49, the American GFS showing 45. So I think confidence is very high that we're on track with our forecast. Cold and dry, temperatures in the 40s. Jordan-Hare Stadium Saturday night. And then Sunday, look what's back, rain. The next rain producer comes in. Don't expect any severe storms with that. And then Monday, we are dry. And a week from today, Tuesday, December the 2nd, troughing off to the west in evidence, we could see more rain in here. So at this point, it looks like after this evening, our next chance of rain will be Sunday and then again Tuesday. Let's keep going. This is 10 days out. Friday, the 5th of December, got an upper trough that's hanging back over the far southwest United States. And if this works out, that would be cool and dry. This is Friday, December 5th. Rain for the next 15 days coming off the European AI ensemble through December the 10th. The mean a little over 3 inches. We'll take that. Temperatures off the national blend of models, 59 tomorrow, 51 on Thanksgiving, then 40s on Friday, South Alabama 50s. And notice the 20s both Friday morning and Saturday morning. So 2 mornings with a freeze likely. And then next week looking kind of cool and dry with highs mostly in the 50s and lows mostly in the 30s. And just in the latest long-range guidance, this is for December 3rd through December 9th. And if this works out, temperatures could be a little above average here, but I think not by much. Very cold up in the northeast, and again in that zone where you've got the air masses clashing, it could be setting the stage for some active weather with maybe some frequent rain producers and maybe a couple of stormy days in there as we go through the first half of December. So one more time, back to the radar. We're live here at 3:53 Central Time. We have bands of showers and some thunder coming across Alabama. Nothing severe, and the chance of any severe storms is very, very low for the rest of this afternoon. I know that some people say, well, wait a minute, we're getting into the peak of the daytime heating process here. Well, true, but the really good upper support, the lift that you need for this stuff, it's moving away from us and weakening. The winds aloft are veering back into the southwest. Unidirectional winds. It's just not a favorable setup for severe storms. And the sun goes down these days at 4:45 in the afternoon. So, again, we'll watch these. But, again, the chance of any additional severe weather, very, very low. So that's it for the briefing this afternoon. We are glad you were here, especially if you're watching us on the all-new Alabama Weather Network. Thank you for finding us. You can catch me this evening on ABC 3340 News and every day on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, 104.7 WZZK. Thanks for watching. Have a great Tuesday evening, and God bless.